Welcome everyone to another Arthritis Health Movement Improvement session where you learn to move differently so you can feel better. I'm Dr. Dave, physical therapist. Last week we talked about tips and tricks for getting up the stairs. This week we're talking about tips and tricks for going down the stairs. It may seem like, oh, going up, going down should be the same thing in reverse, but it is absolutely not. It is a completely different biomechanical act to move downstairs versus upstairs. Some similarities, but a ton of differences. And it's not uncommon at all for people to feel comfortable going one way, but uncomfortable going the other way. So that's why we have to talk about both. So today, all you're gonna need is hopefully a 4 to 8 inch box that you can step up on. I recommend for this, the lower box you have, a 4-inch box to start is fine, but you can really start a little bit higher if you have a handrail or something to hold on to. And before we get started, I just want to remind you that I built a 10-minute a day full body strengthening program just for you. So if you need help getting up and down stairs and you need to get a little bit stronger, you can strengthen your legs. And just for bonus, I threw in things for your abs and your arms, just so you be completely comprehensive. Okay, so you can check that out just by clicking the link in the description of this video. But let's not waste any more time and we'll get right to going downstairs. So come on. So we're here at the step. This is a 6-inch step. Average step height is about 8 inches. So this is a touch lower, but good for training. And I also have this cane just for balance, so please make sure you have a handrail or something to hold on to as you practice this exercise. It's just going on one foot, so sometimes it's a little bit tricky for balance. And I want you to be safe. All right, so we're gonna start up on the step. Any way you want to is fine. We're not worried about getting up. And then we're going to think about going down. And what makes going down so much different than going up is the amount that the knee has to come in front of the toe in order to get down. And if you remember from last week from our ascending stairs video, we talked a lot about getting that knee to line up over the ankle in order to come up. Now, the only way you can do that to come down is if we went down backwards, right? And that's not an option or not what we want to do most of the time. So going forward, that knee has to come forward in front of the toe, and that can create strain or pain in the knee, and that's why some people have a lot more pain going down than going up. But there are ways to mitigate that, and what most people don't think about is what is happening at the ankle. So we're gonna use our ankles. I want you to think about if you're doing kind of an up and down with that heel raise, you're gonna be using the same muscles that raise you up onto your toes, that raise your heels off the floor, contracting those calves as we go down the stairs. If, when you go down the stairs, as soon as the foot steps forward, the foot that's on the step pushes to raise the heel to bring you down, it takes a lot of pressure off of the knee and it brings it into the foot. So I'm going to use this hand for a little bit of stability as I have this box. And as I take that step down, I want to think about this right heel. I'm going to exaggerate, but pushing up, I want to think about those muscles working so when I come down, this knee doesn't have to be as far forward in relation to my toes. If I were to do the opposite and keep my heel down on the floor, I want you to take a look. If that heel stays down, look how steep this angle is between my knee and my ankle. But once that heel pops up, it opens up this angle a little bit and creates a lot less pressure through the ankle. So what you want to think about doing as you go down is as soon as that foot comes off of the step, the other toe, the toes on the standing leg start to push and the heel rises early as you bend. You're almost pivoting over the ball of that foot to allow you down. And a lot of that stress comes into the ankle and into the calf, which are very strong, very resilient joints, more so than the knee in a lot of cases, to help you down. So let's think about that. As that foot goes, I want you to, as the left foot, in my case, steps forward, I want you to really push down with the right toes. Feel that heel get light off the ground and feel like you're rolling over the toe to let you down. And use your hand on the other side to lower you down. So let's try that again. We're going to push through the foot and feel that you roll over the toe to come down. Okay, now I'm going to show you a little trick so you don't have to work so hard when you do that. If this foot that you're pushing through, if you hang your toes over, so it's just the ball of your foot that's on, but the toes are hanging off, when you step down, you don't have to push so hard, you kind of roll over the edge of that step. Just be careful that you're not too far so you just slide down the stair. You don't want to do that. But if you want to give yourself a little bit of advantage, you let the toes hang off the edge of the box, so that way as you start to push, you're just kind of pivoting over the step down into the next step with that control. If you do that, it's going to take the stress off of your knee, put it down into the ankle where we have strength and resilience to help you lower down and eliminate some of that forward force or shearing force that goes down through the knee as you step down. Push through the toe, lift the heel, lower yourself down, soft and easy. So I want you to try that and think about that as you're going down the stairs and see if it doesn't give you a little bit of relief, take a little bit of stress off of the heel. Make sure that if you're doing it and it is causing pain, back off. It might not be the exercise for you, but the more you practice, the better you should get at it. All right, thank you all very much for joining me this week, and I'll be back with you next week with more tips and tricks on how you can move differently so you can feel better. Take care, everyone.